So now let's then starting cap sleeve with fullness and hem. Again, we'll take our half sleeve that has been drafted before. And like we did for the previous one. So like we did for the previous one, we're going to be placing this also. Let's fold the paper at once so that we have enough room. So this is the half sleeve. And then we have created, I've traced out the slash line before so that it will be easy. So I'll just draw it out. So the one we did before was fullness here. We're going to be adding fullness here while we did this part. So, meaning that we're slashing from the hem instead of the cap that we did for the previous one. So some people feel that this is not necessary because they feel it wastes time and all that. But you will see that by the time we spread it out, if you are adding it with your free hand, you might not get that curve, the way the upper part will curve. You might not get it using free hand. Except maybe you have done it for you have done it like this for some time and you already know how it will curve. You won't get, you might add at the base, but to know how this curve will go, some will still do the normal curve. Meanwhile, the curve has shifted off instead of this. You can't add at the end until the shape of the curve would have changed. That is why this method is very effective. So, like we added for the one at the cap, it's going to be 1 inch here at the middle. You shift the hem away 1 inch. Secure. And then start shifting the rest of the slash lines to 2 inches apart. So we go from here 2 inches. So yeah, so you can see how this curve goes now. It's almost like flat, but it's not flat. So just curve it back. And then go this way. This gives you two things. This could serve as your cap, puff sleeve with fullness at the end, or it could serve as your flared sleeve. If you leave it like this, if you don't gather the hem, you have flared sleeve that can also be of any length. But if you gather it, you have your puff sleeve with fullness at the end. So this is what we have. So let's gather it and see. Because it's paper, or you want the written it so that you don't have the problem we have with it. Can you see? I want to believe you can see this. That's the beauty of the puff sleeve. Can you see? Hope you appreciate the stitch. Paper and so that's the way it is. So if you want it to, paper will make it look puff, really. So if you want it to really to really stand out, then you can add your pinolet, you can add your hemming gum. Usually, if you want it like that, ensure that you put your stay and then you line it. If you put your stay and line it, it comes out really lovely. Or you can put hemming gum. You can place your hemming gum between your spade cloth and the lining. It will come out really bulgy and you could make the fullness more than that. You know, I did 2 2 inches. You could make it fuller than that. It will really come out bulgy and it will look nice, and you could increase the length. So that concludes the puff sleeve with fullness at hem. Now, the last one will be puff sleeve with fullness at both hem and cap. That's another interesting style. Fullness at both hem and cap. So let's go on to do that one.